Alright, time to get some fucking black iron stuff. Or black alloy. Guess we'll go 3. I don't understand why my spell bar always wants to move up. Doesn't make any sense. Piece of shit. You need to load up. Invis. Every time, as soon as I start streaming, they start barking at everything. Hmm. And these dudes are gonna have high disease and poison resist too. That's weird. So that gives me a negative hit with the goblins. I figured, I mean, because I'm pretty sure these dudes invaded the goblins' home. So, like, wouldn't they want them out? I'm gonna get the Spirali Defender Blade just in case I get a good shield somewhere. Poison Land. Id. Wonder if they made the sword more of a rare drop or something on here, because I remember, like, I think I got it twice, and I basically just had to run through this level once. And each time there was one of them up that had the sword. I don't know if that's abnormal or not. Ooh, okay. The Mold Master. Damn, disease landed too, so I guess they maybe don't have crazy resist. Yeah, my pet's actually got a decent amount of health now. I think in normally you keep this rank of pet, if you do a heal on, like I think they only have like 500 health. He's got to be around 1,000. Yeah, he's 1,500 health. Ooh, they have Mort Drowsy now? That's crazy. That shit is a hardcore slow. Where the fuck did you come from? Gonna let that evil eye do his work. Damn. Oh shit. Increases base damage of Vampiric Embrace and life taps. I'm gonna see how much I'm doing now with my. I think it's only procs. Yeah, so Scream of Death and Vampiric Embrace. fuck it. I'll put 2 more points in that, and that should be at 80%, I imagine. 80 or it might be 75. If it's 75, I'll just stop after the next one. Another sword. They might have made it a rare drop, which would make sense. Because it's like a... For the level you can get it and for how easily you can get it, it's a strong sword. That fight this one. I gave him a little bit of help. Got some motes to spare, actually. Might as well be using them. No sword. So we got regen 5 now. Your regen is 6. I'm gonna see if this actually raises how much it heals you for. Does not. So I guess level is the only thing that changes that. Vampiric Embrace is doing 37. So it actually would be substantial to increase that. Or it would be really handy. Oh, already got 5 armor right now. Would like to kill the Mold Master and see what he's got. He didn't drop anything last time. $90 damage a tick from the poison. That's pretty nuts. Might could check out Split Paw after this. What? It wasn't what I clicked. Hmm. Oh, and you know what? I think the fucking Mold Master. He might drop haste gloves on here. He seems to have a pretty crazy long fucking respawn though. Everything else I've been fighting in every place I've went, they have like a 3-minute respawn timer. This dude's been dead like 10 minutes now. He's not back. The fuck? Oh, dude, he's got engulfing darkness now. So he's got like real Shadow Knight spells then. So whatever level he is, he has all the Shadow Knight spells of that level. I thought they would maybe just give him like, clinging darkness at level 40 or something, but he's got engulfing darkness at level 22, which I'm going to double check myself, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see, Shadow Knight. It'd be funny if he could have a Shadow Knight pet. So it's like I have a little skeleton, or I have a big skeleton that has a little skeleton. Yeah, so they get clinging darkness at level 11, and they get engulfing at level 20. So he's got that, and he's got canceling of life, which is the one I wish you would cast all the time. I'm going to put that in as a suggestion, just to give us some sort of UI where we can maybe just toggle certain spells on and off, maybe give them a priority or something. Obviously, I know they probably have quite a bit to. This map doesn't work here. I know they probably have quite a bit to work on before then, but it'd be cool if they could at some point add that. So I may need to just pop up here every now and then to check, see if he's up. Yeah. He must have a long respawn. Because if he had the regular respawn timer, he would have been back quite a while ago. Is this the center? It is. Pretty sure. Yeah, this way. Oh, that's up as well. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You know that bullshit. Is anybody stupid enough to actually click on that shit? Like, do they get anybody? I mean, it has to happen at some point, or else they just wouldn't even try. Just kind of amazing if there's anyone that would be willing to risk that. Yeah, because I mean, I really want to kill the Mold Master, but this sucks. Fighting a bunch of light blues, barely getting XP. It's all good though. God damn. Huh. I don't even know where they are. Oh, 2 defenders. Yeah, so that shit's why. how many times I just got stunned right then. That's why I've been putting all my AAs into the stun avoidance, stun resist. Yeah, they've made that sword pretty rare. Unless I've just gotten super lucky every time I've went to go look for it, which is a possibility. Turn off. That was weird. He didn't even attack us. Dude, I remember, so when I was like a little kid, right? My brother played EverQuest, and this would have been like 99, 2000, somewhere around then. And the one time he actually let me play his character, he was in Runnyeye, and all he told me to do, he was like, look, stay here. There's a mob that is gonna respawn. You just, click on it and attack it, kill it, and then wait for another one to pop up. And of course I killed it again, and then I decided to go explore. So I wandered around and eventually aggroed. I'm thinking it was one of the named wizards or something, because he was like, my brother was over leveled because he was killing stuff super easy. But I got like a really strong caster. I remember like just knocking the hell out of my health bar, and I just took off running. And I remember he came back and he was dead, and he asked where he died, and I had no, like, I ran off, so I had no idea. That was the last time he let me play this character. So like that was my first time playing EverQuest, was in here. Let's see, 8 armor. No, I actually got that good belt. Yeah. Level 99. This might be a mistake. It's apprehensive. That's interesting. So they made him just cool with everybody? The fuck? Where the fuck's he going? Yeah, it makes sense. This is just stupid. Yeah, I think the increased aggro, what do you call it? Social aggro. I think it might be pretty shitty here. This might be a bad place to be on, difficulty 2 or 3. It wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have like issues with line of sight not doing anything for social aggro. Hopefully they'll take a look at that because that's just kind of dumb. A room of 3 turns into 15, or however many that was. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's all of them. Pretty sure. Well, at least we had to see the mold masters up. Just way too many mobs like pathing around in a very buggy way. Like they're pathing in through the wall. Like that one thing we just passed, that goblin, he was like skating straight along the wall. And then there was the one dude that like clipped into the river. The hell? Here it is, jeez. Huh? I mean, it's supposed to be respawning. Why is nothing respawning? Back with your bullshit. Dude, this dungeon kind of sucks on here. I might need to go lower in difficulty to get rid of all this. Look, they just keep running in here. I've literally sat and farmed in this same spot on regular EQ, and this doesn't happen. They have every mob, like, pathing into this room. Or they're, like, look, they're just popping up out of nowhere. They're spawning right there. What the fuck? There are about 20 of them right here. And the thing is, there's only about 30 on this floor. 30 to 40 on this floor. So, this doesn't make sense. And Root doesn't seem to be breaking on hit either, which is strange. Normally, Root has a chance of breaking with every hit. Alright, so we're gonna have to do some bullshit. Oh, of course they can just follow you down there. Alright. Yeah, I feel like there's something wrong with the social aggro when... Because I know that social aggro grows with each difficulty. But there's something fucky about that. It's definitely, it's either aggroing stuff through walls, but it looked like it was spawning mobs right in front of the room. Like I watched that mushroom dude appear, watched another goblin appear, and there's only supposed to be 3 that spawn there, and then there's 2 or 3 runners, so 6 total. Like worst case, you get 6 on you. That was like 20 to 25. I just don't know where those mobs are from. And they were like slay spells and things like that. And those are only supposed to spawn in the rooms. Like they're not supposed, the ones running should be foe seekers and foe choppers. That should be the only ones that are pathing along the river. So we'll try difficulty 2. So let's see if that's any better. I'm all for difficulty, but that's just kind of like not. I wouldn't call that difficulty. It's just bullshit. Let's see if this works any better. And just to see, I'm going to stand outside that room for a second. I'm going to stand there invis with C invis on, and I'm going to see if, for whatever reason, if they just have a bunch of extra mobs pathing past that room. Because that number, that's beyond like even a group with a regular setup of, tank, heals, DPS, CC. You still wouldn't be able to handle an encounter like that. So it has to be changed from regular EQ. It sucks because I love Runnyeye. I mean, dude, I was on Quorum. I was down there soloing. And I think when I went to the bottom at first, I was level 22. So this character is probably like 5 times as strong as a regular EQ character. So it just doesn't make any sense. Because I was clearing that room. I was sitting in that room. I actually streamed it. I have footage of it. There was never 20 fucking goblins in that room. Because I would have been very dead. And I didn't die once. I don't know, maybe one of the difficulty things is there's a bunch of new mobs that aren't normally there. Not too sure. I'm gonna go down there and see what's up though. And this is on difficulty 2 now, so it's one step below. If they are doing that, if they are spawning, like adding extra mobs to scale with difficulty, I hope that they change their mind on that. I would rather have the existing mobs get stronger. I don't just like want a shit ton, because then it kind of forces you to be a AoE build. Oh, you know what? I actually should add Spirit Sight to my buffs. I need to start getting some resist too, some like resist spells. Alright, let's go see what's happening down there. I wonder if it was intentional that kind of looks like Brad McQuaid. Because he had like the mustache, or he had a goatee, and like the brown hair and stuff. It just kind of looks similar to him. And that's the only, like, the severed head on a stick, that's the only one they have. So it'd be a funny coincidence if that wasn't meant to be him. Oh, I could see if the Mold Master's up. Placeholder. Yeah, because I like playing on the higher difficulty with it adding more classes to the mobs and stuff and making them tougher to fight. But I'm really hoping that they aren't just making it a clusterfuck of extra mobs. Because that'd just make melee feel worse. And especially with that respawn rate, dude, those two things combined is just like that's not rewarding challenge. That's just irritating. Because then it's like by the time you get through killing the last few, the first few you killed are coming back already. And they need to, something's got to give there. Alright, so we got C and Viz on. There should be one, two, there should be one right here. And then, yeah, faux chopper. And then there should be a faux seeker that's hidden. Or a faux slicer, maybe. Faux seeker, okay. So we got, I think there's 3 or 4 pathers. Zach Speaker, I don't think there's any pathing casters, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're all the rogue types. Because they're usually hidden. It doesn't look like, if you don't have C and Viz, you don't see anything patrolling. And those are... Zach Speaker is like a wizard. Or maybe a cleric. But this also, alright, so we got one, so this seeker, he's hidden. That right there, I don't know what that pack is. And where the fuck are they going? They're just glitching through the wall. Is that their path? Alright guys, we're going to jump down, we're going to go through this wall, we're going to path over, like, if they added this, might need to go ahead and just undo that, because that's bullshit. Game design. Yeah, those, needless to say, there is not any mobs that run through the wall back there in regular EQ. That seems to be one of their fine additions. Yeah, none of these that are going back to the wall are in regular EQ, so that's incredibly stupid. Look how many there are, dude, and they're just facing the wall. This room stays empty 100% of the time, so anything coming through here is their addition. This is a safe room. I sat here for over an hour before. AFK over an hour in there. Never got attacked. So they kind of fucking made Runnyeye suck. Which is sad. That's normally one of my favorite places, but now I think it's like they were thinking, oh, Runnyeye has a reputation for trains, so you know what we could do? We could just make it to where there's a bunch of mobs popping in and out of the walls. Yeah, so they just like quintupled the amount of fucking mobs that are pathing. I don't understand why they would do that. It's very disappointing. So I'm going to look and I'm going to see what they say about their difficulty settings. If it lists mob amount as like a thing that scales with difficulty. Because if it's not, then I think that they just made a mistake and they need to take another look at this zone. Yeah, so they're not listing Runnyeye as one of their updated zones. Maybe the updated zones are much more polished and the other ones are just kind of shit right now until they get a chance to go through them. It just seems very janky right now. Hmm. Seems like something's going wrong with the chat. It's not able to find the general chat for some reason. It may make more sense to just do Runnyeye as a non-respawning instance until they get it working a little better. Because I think if you took out all the respawns, it wouldn't be quite as much ass as it is. Because right now it's fucking garbage. Yeah, Black and Iron gear. Yeah, they need to get on the ball. I mean, they could have just added some fucking stats to it, you know what I mean? It's weird too. I thought we were supposed to have blackened alloy. So I got alloy stuff. Might not have it on me anymore, but it dropped yesterday. I killed a few things and had alloy. Oh hell yeah, new life tap. 'Oh hell yeah, we got haste. Five-minute duration, dude. They didn't give us any. They didn't give us anything on haste. That's alright. I know I'm not gonna replace this for a while, so I'm gonna just drop a ton of motes into it. Get a little better. I'm just gonna save this real quick. Gotta manually do it every time. Oh, it's saying it might need. Okay, so that might be a part of the problem is that they have some mobs from both eras still in here. Does he not spawn here on this? Could be something there. Odd. Hmm. I'm not seeing Palik in here either. I'm not seeing any of the named mobs. I think their spawns might just be fucked, dude. Because how do you have the Spirali Mold Master, but you don't have Lord Pitclaw or whatever, and Battle Wizard Ulok, or Battle Lord Palik or anything? A lot of these are empty spawns. I feel like there are mobs pathing that shouldn't be. Or something, because there's spots that there should be static spawns. Like this room should have 3, and there's nothing. I feel like they got mobs moving that shouldn't be. And that's probably the ones that are on those buggy paths. Yeah, I'm not seeing. There should be mobs close to level 30 in here. Like, I haven't seen anything higher than a blue con. The Destroyer seems to be the highest level mob here. Now where the fuck have these guys gone? There's I killed them like 20 minutes ago. Alright, so I'm trying to think. So I'd like to at least get the sword. I don't think I can get any of the... What's this? Yeah, this isn't right. None of this is right. Like, what the fuck are they? What is happening? This isn't at all how it is. And what the fuck? Who did this? Bro, fire them. Get them out of here. This is nonsense. Holy hell. I've seen so many mobs with their heads stuck in the wall or swimming in the river and then promptly sticking their head in a wall. There's almost no mobs that are just standing where they're supposed to be. I mean, it's very disappointing. Because this isn't early access, right? Like, they're selling this as a product to people. And they don't even have, like, private server accuracy yet with this stuff. I understand if they want, like, they're like, oh, we're going to revamp it, so we're not putting that much energy into it until we revamp it. But it's like, yeah, but you probably should get it playable before you go and sell the game to people. Because this isn't the beta. The beta has been over. It's just, it's been jarring. Because I went to Blackborough, which was awesome, worked really well. Then to Befallen, which was awesome, worked really well. And then coming here, it's just like, you know, very like very amateurish, very poor attempt. And it does say they recommend sticking to the updated zones, but that's 5 zones. Like, if you're trying to say, hey, we got a new game, it's, you know, it's updated EverQuest, you should probably let people know ahead of time that, well, it's updated EverQuest, but only 5 zones are updated. Everything else is in a very poor place. Well, then maybe Runnyeye is the worst, and maybe the rest of it's fine. I don't know. It's just, and Runnyeye is a weird one with how it switches due to the revamp or whatever during Velius. So maybe that's just caused issues. I don't know. And this floor is fine. I mean, you know, the mobs seem to be where they're supposed to be. But the basement is not fine. And that sucks because that's where I wanted to go. Old master's still not up. Damn, well, that really threw off my plans. The destroyers here still aren't up. Maybe this one in the bar spawns, right? Maybe. No, he's been dead probably about an hour now. So some mobs respawn after a second, and some are not up after an hour. And some spawn and wander when they shouldn't go anywhere. So weird. Who's fighting? And now these are gone. This is wild. So like the static mobs are just not respawning. Or they're spawning and pathing when they shouldn't. Because I'm in a I'm in a respawning dungeon. And for some reason it seems like all of them are back here in this. Where did I follow them to? Was it over here? Hmm. I'm gonna make sure to get Feign Death on the bar because definitely necessary here. Alright, let's see if some mobs come out of nowhere. It's so bad, dude. I want to get something out of coming here. I want to get one piece of gear. I mean, I'd like to be able to ask if none of the named goblins spawn here. But unfortunately, the chat is not working. I might be able to make this work. Might be worth leveling up some save magic. Where the fuck do you go? Hide in a can? Hmm. Where are they coming from? What the fuck is this? Oh, nice. We're back 45 minutes later. Give me a sword so I can just fucking leave. Black and iron mail. Good for my pet. Alright, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check for the named mob spawn just one more time. Oh, destroy him. Really make me wanna play Path of Exile. 20 of them incoming. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, this is ready to ship. Fucking clown show, dude. Not bad XP though, which is nice. I don't understand why there's no named mobs. Because even if there was like some issue with arrows being mishmashed here or whatever they were saying, there should be somebody. Like one of the named mobs should be down here, but so far I've seen none. And I haven't seen placeholders either. Unless their placeholders are running around, in which case, you know, it's anybody's guess. Oh, there is blackened alloy. Yeah, see? Told you. Alright, so I just can't, that one spot is just fucked. So I gotta pull away from it, which I'll pull probably like 5 to 8 of them, but I can handle that. It's just when it's a never-ending stream of them, that's obviously I can't. You know, when it's like one ad, there's one ad every 5 seconds or so, so it just eventually, no matter what, you're just going to get overwhelmed if you're not a AoE build. It's very disappointing though, because I love this place. It's just super AIDS right now. Maggot pie. Shrunken head cheese. Oh no, sounds like another fucking storm. I'm getting tired of the storms, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go check on the Mold Master one more time. I swear I saw people linking the Blackened Alloy Bastard Sword. Which I'm gonna see if it's on their website. Got I haven't seen any Pit Claw veterans. That is so odd. There's just It's like none of the mobs that drop gear are spawning. There's a shit ton of the mobs that don't. Like, way more than there should be. But the mobs that actually drop good pieces don't seem to exist. Oh, Crusader pet. I'm following him. I think the Crusaders can have it. What the fuck? Where is he? Unfortunately, I can't follow them through the walls. One second. I swear I thought I heard someone. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing thunder though. That sucks. Where's the Crusader? I saw his pet running around. Well, I'm very fucking confused. Like, where is everybody? It's like you'll see nothing, and then you'll see just a ludicrous amount of them in one place. Well, this has been a disappointment. Maybe we can get a Defender Blade. Crossing my fingies for a Defender Blade.